What's up, guys? My name is Caine and welcome to a reaction video. I don't do these very often. I did try to do it a while ago because I thought it'd be kind of funny. I asked people a long time ago if they'd like to see me do a try not to laugh challenge, and I did. It was pretty fun, but that's not what my channel really is. It's not really meant to be a reaction channel, but I wanted to at least give it a try. So anyway, why are we here? Watchmojo.com, the YouTube channel. I'll leave the link of their video and their channel in the description. There's like a new meme going around, about, oh, you didn't deserve this win, you cheated or whatever. So going with that theme, they made a video that kind of attacked me. Top 10 times Yugi cheated in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh, it's no big surprise. I really, I play the game. I play Duel Links. I used to play it years ago before they started moving on to pendulums and stuff like that, and now Link monsters, whatever. Anyway, so they released a video, top 10 times Yugi cheated in Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm making this video because I wanted to kind of react to the 10 times he supposedly cheated. Yugi's my hero. He was like my childhood hero. Like, if you haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh, like I said, if you were in my position, right? Imagine if they said, like, oh, 10 times Batman cheated or whatever. It's like, you'd be like, whoa, Batman's sick. Anyway, I'm going on and on, but we're going to watch this video. I'm going to try to rationalize their picks. I haven't seen the video, obviously, but we're going to get into it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. But yeah, we'll just see what they say. I swear, if it's all Season 1 stuff, anyway, we'll get into that.
Screw the rules, he's got plot armor. I'm actually with
my man right there.
and these are the top 10 times Yugi cheated in Yu-Gi-Oh! Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
I'm subscribed, but I don't really watch them.
For this list, we'll be looking at the times across the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series where our main protagonist obviously bent the rules of the game in order to secure victory.
I don't recall.
It's kind of shocking how many times he's gotten away with this shit.
I don't recall.
This other presence deep inside me.
Number 10, Bakura helps Yugi defeat Yami Bakura. It's hard to really call this a duel given the whole supernatural aspect of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Yugi. Yeah! What the?
Okay, first of all, okay. Yes, they get magic into it, right? Card games, obviously they have rules and they should abide by those rules, but when there's like supernatural stuff going on, weird things can happen.
After Yami Bakura turns the gang into monster cards, it looks like the game's over for everyone involved.
As I said, because their souls are tied to the cards. That's how the game was like made, which is super like unfair.
That is until the real Bakura takes the form of the magic card Change of Heart and somehow manages to disobey his master's orders, instead taking over Yami Bakura's monster card instead of one of Yami Yugi's.
So, like, when you give a card a free will, right? Or, like, he has the heart to overcome using the spell card Change of Heart, which takes control of your opponent's monster, right? I mean, look, it's not cheating, all right? It's just one of those, whatever. Like, that's not cheating.
I want to help, but we must act quickly, Yugi.
That's not cheating.
Taking over one of his cards instead of yours. Huh?
If not for this little bit of help.
It's magic. It's paranormal, right? Anytime ghosts are involved in anything, the rules are off. All bets are off.
Yugi may have ended up taking a one-way trip to the dreaded Shadow Realm.
Use the power of the Dark Magician. Send him to the graveyard. Now! You got it! Dark magic attack!
Number 9, Mammoth Graveyard Fusion. Fusion doesn't work that way. Granted, there are very few things that could ever hope to defeat the likes of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, but surely Yugi could have thought of something that wasn't this convoluted.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to show you the combo that will bring your dragon down. Mammoth Graveyard.
Yeah.
Polymerization
I remember this.
Living Arrow card.
Faced with the overwhelming strength of Kaiba's strongest monster, Yugi decides that the only way to defeat old Blue Eyes would be to fuse it with his Mammoth Graveyard, which...
Now, look, listen, right, Mammoth Graveyard, right, he's undead, right? Fuse him with the Living Arrow. if this was something he couldn't do in the card game, in this anime, right? Like, if this is considered cheating and he can't do that, how do you explain the fact that he did it? Like, come on. It's simple. He explained it.
And decay it from within.
Yeah.
Since my mammoth graveyard is an undead type monster, he can't properly fuse with your living ultimate dragon.
Exactly.
Instead, it causes your monster to rot and decay from the inside out.
It makes sense. That's what dead things do.
Even with the whole living arrow shtick, the way this plays out is...
It's not a shtick. If it was cheating and he can't do that, then how do you explain how he did it?
Secret weapon, the suicide card.
Your move, Yugi. You can attack my blue eyes.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
that.
wipe out my remaining life points. But if you
That's
do,
not cheating.
resulting shockwaves might cause me to lose my balance.
Don't tempt me.
Number 8, Lightforce Sword. Come on, Yugi.
Hold up. Okay, we all know what Lightforce Sword does. Okay, they didn't give a situation. They just said the card... Okay, let's see.
Did you really think you could play a trap card on your first turn right out of your hand and no one would notice?
I play Lightforce Sword.
Even casual watchers who don't know the intricacies of the game know that you can't do that. Using it against a rare hunter in order to stop him from summoning Exodia was a great idea on his part, but it doesn't change the fact that using it right off the bat was a clear violation of the rules.
Okay, yes, you can't just use a trap card on your first turn. And I'm honestly, I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, what he should have done was set it, right? And then when you end your turn, it's your opponent's turn, then there's the draw phase. And at that point, he was about to draw the final piece of Exodia, his opponent in this episode. So, yeah, okay. That's one. And you know what? He did get away with it. And I'm glad he did. Because Yugi's my hero. Alright, that's a good one.
Go, Lightforce Sword! Oh,
Yeah, he was able to...
not that one! You pierced Exodia's right arm!
Shouldn't he have been kicked out of the Battle City tournament for a stunt like that?
He was a
Hey,
cheat.
a lot of people should have been kicked out of the Battle City tournament. There were some people that weren't even, like, registered or something. There was, like, rare hunters that were just in the tournament somehow. And yeah, this guy was playing with fake cards anyway, so actually it doesn't really matter that Yugi activated a trap card his turn. This guy was using fake cards, as it turns out. So,
Not anymore.
yeah, he tears them
Number
up.
7, Infinity +1. Forget about the rules of duel monsters, this is just basic math.
Hold up.
Despite managing to outplay darts with his top-tier monster cards, Yugi finds himself backed into a corner when the former resident of Atlantis summons Divine Serpent, a monster with infinite attack points.
But if you destroy him, you win.
I gotta say, that was a pretty rad moment when Darts did that. However, in that season, right, people were using monsters from the Orichalcos, and Orichalcos itself wasn't really a real card. It was more of a paranormal, like, spell from, like, a cult. Not real cards in this universe. I know it exists now, but it's, like, fairer. In this, it wasn't fair. It was completely unfair, which made it really interesting to watch. But anyway, when you're facing against paranormal cards, and you're also fighting with, like, heroic, like, heroes infused in cards or whatever. Yeah, Infinity +1, sure, it sounds possible. All bets are off when there's, like, magic involved. And cult shit.
It's infinite.
How does he manage to overcome
Crazy.
such a beast? Simple, by having his monsters endlessly reflect attacks off each other until they also reached infinite attack points, merging them
see no
together
problem.
and then launch a brand new attack, which is...
As I remember it, I might have to watch this over again, but as I remember it, right, you had the Divine Serpent had infinite attack, right, and that was Dart sacrificed all of his life points to summon it. So basically, the serpent had... If the serpent somehow died, having infinity stats, then Darts would lose. And then Yugi had like a trap card that made Dark Magician Girl the same situation, where his life points reached 0, but Dark Magician Girl was there. They won't talk about it, of course, because they want to frame Yugi. But anyway, Dark Magician Girl, if she died, then Yugi was lost, right? How I remembered this moment was that he, you know, obviously he was able to make it so that he combined the three heroes, right, to create a force that was equal to infinity. And I assume that the serpent and that force that he created clashed, and in Yu-Gi-Oh, two monsters with the same attack, you know, are battling, they both get destroyed. That's how I remembered it. So Dark Magician Girl's still there, so he technically won that way. I don't remember him beating it. Like, I remember the... Anyway.
Somehow even stronger than infinity.
I thought they crashed. I didn't...
Serpent's strength may be infinite, but that's still not enough. For now, there's a force beyond infinity.
Okay, I don't remember him saying that. But that's...
Knight of Destiny!
None of this makes sense.
And with that...
Like I said, all bets are off. It's not cheating. Like I said, if he was unable to do that, he wouldn't have been able to do it. The swords thing... people, you know... I don't know.
Our duel comes to an end.
Number 6, destroying...
Yeah, like I said, I just assumed that they crashed, but I didn't know he said that. That technically doesn't make sense.
The Castle of Dark Illusions.
Okay, this moment, right? Again, Season 1 shenanigans. But I love this moment, because I thought this was super cool.
There was some brilliant examples.
So this episode had a theme of bullying, right? This guy was a bully, and I really liked this episode for that. Even though they're settling it through card game, but anyway.
Examples of dueling dumb foundry in the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh, though this one has a special place in our hearts.
The end is now. Catapult Turtle!
Mostly due to how it turns the whole thing into anime Monster Hunter, what with how Yugi managed to break off part of an opponent's card to win the day.
Because it was Season 1 and there was really no like standard rules. You could basically do anything. Season 1 was a weird season. Season 2, they actually used the actual rules of the game. Anyway.
Well, we must have missed that in the rulebook.
Again, Season 1 didn't follow the rules. You could summon monsters no problem despite what their stars were, so don't keep saying that. Season 1 was a weird season. But I liked it for moments like this. Look, clearly, right?
Either way, Yugi does indeed bring Panic's life points to 0 by means of launching a monster via Catapult Turtle, which manages to break apart the floating device around the Castle of Dark Illusions, which then proceeds to plummet down and wipe out the remainder of his monsters.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Again, Season 1. It was a weird season. Like, that was sick.
Number 5, winning Slifer. Using both
Hold
Brain
up.
Control and Revival Jam together in order to create an endless loop that would eventually result in the mind-controlled strings running out of cards was certainly one of the smarter ways that Yugi has won a duel.
So personally, this is one of my favorite episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, this was one of those moments where I honestly couldn't think of a way for him to win against Slifer the Sky Dragon, which is an Egyptian god card. They made it seem like Yugi was going to 100% lose, and I was really excited to find out how he was going to do it. And you know what? Like I said, Revival Jam already is a weird monster that we wish it had the effect that it did in the anime, which it constantly came back and it was basically a card that just couldn't die. It really was. So this makes perfect sense.
You know what happens now.
Revival Jam revives itself again.
Too bad it shouldn't have worked. Instead of constantly coming back each time to block Slifer's attack, Revival Jam should have gone straight back to Strings' graveyard, not Yugi's, which would have meant
No, in the anime, it made it constantly, it revived itself. Like, it went into pieces and formed together. I don't believe there was any talk of it going to the graveyard and coming back. Yeah, in the real life game, of course, but in the anime, they made Revival Jam something that was like the Blob. It just would not die. And something that cannot die can't go to the graveyard. That's stupid. This video is also stupid, but it's funny.
Yugi would have lost possession of the card.
My Egyptian
They're not thinking anime terms. They really aren't with this video.
card card will continue to grow stronger with each cycle as I draw more cards.
Yeah, so they made it so that like Slifer gets stronger the more cards you hold, and he had it set to where every time Revival Jam or any card was brought back, well, I just said it, back from the graveyard, but Revival Jam's different. Yeah, it's different. Brain control, right? Like I said, it's anime. Totally legit. Anyway, no, fuck that. No, Yugi was perfectly fine. Yeah, Slifer kept getting stronger because he kept drawing cards, but then Yugi got him in this infinite loop where he kept drawing cards. It was hilarious.
Doesn't matter because I'm trapped. There's no way out.
We'll let this one slide.
Merrick is one of the best villains. It's so funny to hear his plans get foiled in the show. It's so funny.
Though, considering it's probably the most brilliant moment of the show.
Exactly.
It can't be. How could I lose with an Egyptian god card in my deck?
Number 4, attacking the moon. There are so many things wrong with this winning moon.
Again, season 1, there were like no boundaries to anything you could do in season 1. It was so weird, but it was also kind of educational.
That is
This
kind
moment.
of hilarious.
But his target isn't your sea monsters. I'm having him attack a card I put on the field.
You want to talk about cheating and about Yugi cheating? Mako had this strategy where, like, because he had like fish monsters in his deck, they were under the water and Yugi could not attack them, even though in the real life game, unless you had a card that said you couldn't attack them for whatever reason, he was implying that, hey, we're in an ocean field or something. Like, they had fields, which was really weird. Like, you could just move to locations if you thought this was cheating. So like, no, Mako, like I said, in a show where the opponents have all this like OP strats, right? What's wrong with this shit? I don't get it. It's not cheating.
Field myself.
During the final stages of his match against Watermaster Mako, Yugi finally turns the tide, quite literally, by having his giant soldier of stone destroy the orbiting moon in order to reduce the water flow, leaving Mako vulnerable as a result.
Now, Stone Soldier.
It's simple.
Destroy the moon.
Okay, let's rapid fire this. Field cards can't be attacked by monsters, let alone ones on the player's own side. You were robbed, Mako. Plain and simple.
Fuck
you
off.
poor freaky fish guy.
Yugi won.
Number 3, Kaiba saves Yugi. Kaiba assisting Yugi is already unsettling enough, but watching him go out of his way to hack into a duel to aid his rival is just unnatural.
But shouldn't we first
Yes,
wait-
but did Yugi cheat? No, he didn't. He would have totally lost this duel. He would have. Because Blue Eyes was like the strongest monster ever to exist, right? But he hacked the hologram shit, right? And he made sure Yugi didn't lose to Kaiba's copy. And Kaiba's copy stole his cards. So Kaiba had to make sure that he wasn't... Like I said, Yugi didn't cheat here.
See you
Yeah, he got, like, saved. The fuck?
next move.
We can't afford to risk Yugi losing the duel. Upload.
Viral injection underway.
While facing off against the ghost of Kaiba's ego, Yugi is put in a perilous position when the fraud unleashes the Blue Eyes White Dragon. No worries, Yugi. Kaiba's on the job, since he uploads a virus to weaken it. Oh, and
But
he also
did Yugi
cried
cheat?
Yugi's name really
No.
loud and saved him from losing the duel. Somehow.
Yeah.
Kaiba?
Honestly, the only way Yugi could have topped this kind of foul play would be if the useless mystical elf randomly got the ability to power up other monsters. Now wait.
Again, season 1, monsters for whatever reason had like extraordinary abilities, and field spells made it so that your monsters could literally hide underground or in the water.
He's been chanting a spell since
It's not cheating if that's like the rules of season 1.
put her on the field. It allows the mystical elf to transfer her own attack power to any other monster I choose.
What? This can't be!
This move was inspired by Seto Kaiba himself.
Number 2, 2 against 1. This one's a little tricky since it's not like the
Oh
Pharaoh
my
is
God,
going
are
around
you
and spiritually looking at the decks of
Okay. Okay. So Pegasus is a cheating asshole. He was in season 1. And you're telling me that what Yugi did, like, he's already facing someone who's cheating. He's able to read people's minds, see what card. Oh my God, this list is stupid. As I recall, this was super smart and it made it fair. Because, well, whatever.
his opponents a la Pegasus, but you can't deny there's some advantage to having two minds working in unison in order to win a duel.
We are
Yeah, they hid information from each other so Pegasus couldn't read their minds. At least accurately.
all did it.
What's wrong with that?
That's right. As friends. And in the end, that's what it came down to.
Think about it. Yugi could have lost that duel against Mai during the quarterfinals if not for Atom and him teaming up again.
You promised we'd do this my way, right? Yes, I did. And my word is my bond.
Point is, the duel...
Wait, how is that cheating? He drew a card. Like, drew a card, happened to be Blackluster Ritual, and he used it. Like, I don't get it. Anyway.
really work in tandem to devise
But then
the
this
winning
was
strategies,
super fair,
which is more than
'cause
we
it
can
was
say
super
for the other
unfair.
players.
It's more like we have a spiritual connection that goes far beyond any... Hey, Big Yugi, has little Yugi been cheating this whole time? Oh, you guys can all just go straight to hell.
Number 1, grooming Joey for defeat. Hear us out.
What?
Here, add this to your deck. It can be helpful in a tight...
They're accusing him of putting Joey down. Joey is one of the, probably, if it wasn't for all the paranormal stuff, Joey would be probably the best duelist out there. Because a lot of his deck is about, like, flipping a coin or rolling the dice. Like, super luck-based.
But
This is...
Yugi was the one who gave Joey his trusty Time Wizard, which would eventually become one of his most reliable monsters, saving his goose on multiple occasions thanks to its ability to help age his monsters into stronger forms, all the
Okay.
while making his opponent's monsters weaker.
Attack it, my 3 harpy sisters!
Okay.
What? What happened to my harpy ladies? They've gotten so old!
When Joey uses this same strategy against Yugi in the Duelist Kingdom semi-finals, Dark Magician instead turns into the powerful Dark Sage, which
Okay, so he didn't mention that that's what happens if you use Time Wizard on Dark Magician. So what?
paves the way to his victory.
But it made him
So they're implying that no matter what, Time Wizard would have either failed and Joey would lose, or Time Wizard would work and it would just actually benefit him if he just had Dark Magician out. Like, a duel can go either way. Yugi has been in duels where Dark Magician wasn't even in the duel. So it just so happened to work out that way. That's not his fault.
stronger, not weaker. And with age comes great wisdom. 1,000 years of wisdom that have transformed him into the Dark Sage.
I gotta say though that is pretty a cool, like, for this list. Like, I didn't think that this would be considered cheating, but I can see what they mean. However, like I said, just so happened the Dark Magician was out there, and Yugi didn't tell him that. But why would he tell him that? Time Wizard helped him so much.
He obviously knew all about this effect, as is evident by the fact that he wasn't surprised at all. And what makes this worse is
Wow.
he clearly neglected to inform Joey about it beforehand. That's cold, Yugi.
You fought a valiant duel, my friend, and this is the hardest move I've ever had to make. But this ends.
So you're saying those are fake tears? Fuck you. No, well, the Lightforce Sword one was the only one that I couldn't really counteract, but that was pretty funny. Hope you guys at least enjoyed this video. If you haven't watched the show, I appreciate you at least watching. This is something I just wanted to do and see if you guys would like more videos like this. But let me know what videos to possibly like react to. This actually does help because sometimes there are weeks where I work a lot or there's a lot of things going on, so I want to record little quick videos. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.